Right, that's for the intro. Hello, hello, very nice to see you. That's Zombie, welcome, welcome. With the bass, how it do? You are the first. Thank you for the redeem. Thank you. Alright, we are in the chill Alaska. We'll be flying in Anchorage. I just played the bass, no loop, no nothing, just played bass, just plugged into the audio interface, plain and simple. It was pretty cool actually. So, let's get to it. There's the music going for you. Hoverboard with the highs. Welcome, Hoverboard. Very nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. We are in Alaska. I just played the intro on the bass, plain and simple, no looper, no nothing, just the bass. Right. We are here in Anchorage. This is Volanta. Top overlay data is usually coming from Volanta. And I don't have too much of a plan today, but we're here in the Anchorage area. And there's few airports / airfields here. So I think we'll go and visit all of them. One of them is just a lake, so I'm not sure. Actually, there is a runway. Amazing. So we'll go and see all of them. They're in a very tight area, so that shouldn't be all too much of flying. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a relatively small city. That's pretty amazing. That's the plan. The weather seems pretty okay. We are in the Cessna 172, so expect some time before I'm able to start it, and we'll be ready to go soon. Alright, I need to look my chair as usual, so give me seconds, I'll be talking to you in just a moment. Right, I'm back. Let's do it. I think I managed to get a hold of my seat, so it's a bit easier for me now to get in and out. I found some nice way to do that. And also, is my chair in the correct position? Almost. I need to slide a bit to the right. Alright, I think this will do the job. Perfect. I hope you're doing great. How's your start of the week? Okay, let's think. I see someone's already there. Waving the rudder. Thank you. That's so nice. Actually, let me have a look. Is that one of you? I think you are. Oh, good stuff. Alright, I don't see the nameplate yet, so we'll see it in a moment. Let me get into the aircraft and try to start it up. I realized the FBO is actually back there, but there weren't too many starting positions there, so I chose this ramp. I think it's okay. Also, let's have a quick look at the weather. I'm not sure what the weather is like now. So we go here to the information and let me think. Alright, open airports, weather, meteor, wind 330 at 3, so basically no wind, 10 miles visibility or more, overcast 4800, minus 2 degree, altimeter 29084. Alright, seems like a great weather to fly. Let's do it then. Right, let's jump inside. Let's see if I still remember how to do that. It wasn't the easiest thing in the world. So we need the battery on. We need this guy on. So that was one of the avionics. I think the right one. Oh, we need... Oh, it is the right one. I just needed to turn the volume button. Click on that. Engine health is 99%, so that seems pretty good actually. Realism on, and then we switch the pages. Alright, wheel checks off, pitot cover off, cowl plugs off. And that's it. Hey, Zeus, right. Welcome. Kyla, very nice to see you. Vexex, I do like it.
With 12 viewers.
Hey Zeus, what were you doing today? I didn't have a chance to step in. I had to take a bit of a break of everything. But now I'm back. So, what did you do? I guess it was Baron again, or wasn't it? Very nice to see y'all. Hey Creepy Kirk, welcome. Right, the shoutouts are working. I think I missed Lucala on the list, so I'll give you one as well. It will come in a moment. Welcome riders, I was flying the A320neo, had a CTD because of RAM. Oh no, oh no. That's so sad. How do you know it's because of RAM? But well, to be fair, most of the CTDs, they seem to be because of RAM. I'm not sure how they managed to do it like that. And then we reset on APL2, joined a different company. Oops. Well, why did you have to leave your previous company? What happened there? That sounds a bit scary. Stream was dropping frames, too edge lagging. RAM was at 95. 95! That's way too much. Like 80 is above 80, it's not doing great. 95, that's terrible. Alright, so no wonder it failed. So sad. I wonder if you had anything more than usual running or something bad happened. Only 16 gigs. Oh, getting 16 more. Yeah, that's a good decision. I'm gonna run to the store right now. Ooh, what a dedication. Well, I hope we will have more then, but 16 is really not much those days, unfortunately. Right, so we are in Anchorage. I will want to just fly around today, so the plan is to just visit all those airports slash airfields. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. So we'll go and check them out. They're close together, so I hope this won't take too much time. Lurk. Alright, we'll see you later, hopefully with some more RAM. And the weather is pretty chill. You can fly along on Europe North multiplayer if you want. There is someone already here, although I do not see the nameplate. Shout out to Jesus. There you go. And thank you for the raid again. I'll try to start the engine. I just removed everything here. So we removed the wheel chocks, pitot covers, scope plugs. I think that was it. It's me. Great, I thought so. Very nice to see you. And do you have the stock one or the analog one? Actually, I don't know. Oh, I think it shows the... I know what's... See, when I have the wheel chocks, it shows them also for you? No. Maybe... I don't know. Anyway, very nice to see you. Let's try to start this up then. I think so, because we have that ready. Let me try to remember how to do that. Let's check the fuel first, so... Go here, check our fuel. How much do we have? Oh, it actually does have state savings, so 25% is not much. I'll go 75%. This should be enough for 3 hours at least. Just guesstimating it. Not showing now, but I am getting my desk sorted this week or next week, so I'll be able to fly along soon. Yeah, I said it last time. I'm still waiting for your desk. To be honest, I'm a bit worried about my both desks now because they are curved a bit, so I hope they will manage. I really do. Also, my frame rates seem to be great today. Interesting. Let's try to get it started. Battery's on. I hope we haven't killed the battery yet. Oh, we have it here, so it's 24.1 volts, I believe. -2 Celsius, yeah, that's what it is. Haha. Yeah, seriously, my desks are hanging. And Lukaila, another good streamer, you can go follow her. Alright, the shoutouts are looking like a charm. We need nav lights, beacon lights. Oh, there is beacon actually. Alright. Lock the parking brakes, step on the brakes, lock the parking brake. Also takeoff trim. Trim is in takeoff position. And how did it work here? I don't really remember. We'll just get this full. Try to do this similar to how we do it in the Baron. Fuel shut-off valve in. Right, that seems to be it. Let's see if it works. Magnetos to both, stepping on the brakes. Oh, wait, no, we need the fuel pump first. The fuel pump. Where is the fuel flow? Fuel flow is here. 1, 2, 3. Right, let's see if it works. Oh, wait, I forgot when go throttle to idle, so I started the full throttle. That's so bad. Right, we need to make it a bit louder, I think, so hang on. We'll see how it goes. Right, it wasn't correct sorting procedure, but it worked, so at least we have that going for us. That's RPM. Let's alternator on. Right, all pressure is in the green. Temperature will be rising slowly. Alright, so we have all the time in the world then. Avionics on. Oh, the volts is there, so I need some more RPM to get these volts disappear here. Come on, volts, go away. How much RPM do I need then? Interesting. Looks like the alternator is not working. Why would it not work? It does provide the amps though, so if you look here, now it's on the plus, which means the alternator is charging the battery. If you go down, it's on the negative, which means the battery is discharging. So maybe when the battery charges a bit, the volts will go away. I hope this is how it will work. I honestly don't know. Right, so let's keep the RPM at 1000. That should be healthier for the engine. And let's get everything running. Transponder standby, code 12,000. Get this on, get this on. I really like the state saving. 10 minutes until landing. Play on the floor. I suggested that. And here's their shout out. See, the shout outs are working great. No hands. Yeah, I said previously that if it was me, I would probably set up some place on the floor just to play there, but don't worry, however, you are doing great. I appreciate the patience. That's fancy. Yeah, it's pretty cool, and you have the shoutouts. I don't need to click anything, and they're just there. But that's pretty nice. If I will remember, I will put to Discord how to do that, because it took me a while to get that set up. I wonder if there's any NDB here. Let's have a look. I'm actually at home with food, watching you at the comfort of my desk. Nice, rather than crammed on train traveling back from work as usual. I see. Sounds pretty comfortable. Also, what we need to check is our magnetic compass and gyro compass. They seem to be about right. So what I do, I go here to the middle, read it. So that's 043. 045. Alright, so that's actually set. Oh, the weather is changing. Not for the better. We have D-Raptor there in the DC3, and we have that zombie somewhere behind me. If you want to play along, you can join our Pure North server. We are just hanging around Anchorage today. Still have a ton of time before this temperature goes anywhere near flyable. What do we do? That's the time where I usually review everything and set up the aircraft. Alright, so let's check where we can take off. I think we'll just go for the closest runway, because why not? That's runway. Actually, let's check if the weather changed. I think it's 27 minutes ago. 330 at 03. Alright, so that's a good runway. How's the 172 treating you? It's great, Jesus. I absolutely love this bird. Look, I started the engine a while ago. Look where the temperature is. So you see, that's a good thing for me. Like, it takes forever to warm up, just as expected. It flies real nice. The Cap 140 is fully implemented, so that's the best one I have seen so far. I'm not sure how to change the bar units. It's probably in the manual that I haven't read. So, it's fully implemented, the mods are working as they should, not like the default Cap 140 that's everywhere, and that's just causing trouble. I do not like it. This one is really good. And I think this aircraft is kinda similar to the 152, and I can really recommend it. Just one note, Lukaila told me that there is a mod on their Discord that gets the working title 530, because the default one is their own implementation, and now the working title is better. The Cap 40 got updated last week. Really? I haven't noticed that, but they haven't been using it on the other hand. Maybe that's the reason. I'll hit the beat for the QNH, so let's check our QNH again. 2984, 2984. Alright, that seems about right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Right, so the notches is every 0.02. That's 2984. Good stuff. There's no second altimeter here, so I wonder how on earth this plane is IFR certified. I was flying with the to 182 yesterday and noticed it. Oh, interesting. However, I'm actually in my bedroom sitting in a camping chair in front of a camping table with my whole normal setup. Watching rather than on the floor like Tanner recommended. Alright, if you open the door you can even get the camping temperature, but please do not do that. It's a bad advice. So hey, this one is really great. I don't know why I've been waiting so long to buy it. It's actually really good. The only things that are not here is maybe the magnetic compass doesn't have the usual quirks that it has. I don't know any plane that has it all implemented, where it like wobbles like it should, and had this. I don't even forget them. I don't even remember. When I used this Cap 142, yeah. Oh. And body left the door open like 2 centimeters. I was camping last weekend for my hike. Gotcha. Yeah, tents are weird. It's either too hot or too cold. Never in between. Also, my frame rates are a mystery. They are pretty great today. They weren't great last time. I'm not sure how it works. Are we there yet? Also, we can reset our attitude indicator. I need to add this to my flow, so I actually do that before it's too late. Alright, I think we'll start taxiing, and maybe this will warm up a bit while we're taxiing, because this is taking forever, as it should. Taxi light on. Oh, look, left pita heat on. Alright, it's on now. So let's taxi. Oh, it's super easy taxi. We just go out here via Charlie and we'll be at runway 25 left. Parking brake released, and let's roll. Maybe it will warm up while we're taxiing. Not getting anywhere yet. Awesome. Who let those trees here, just in the middle of the airport? Outrageous. Is the runway right there? Yeah, it's right there. Here is this parking that I saw on the chart. I'm just going here to buy some time for the engine to warm up. And here on the left, the red thingies is the localizer antenna. Oh, here are the icing tracks. That looks pretty good. and some mobile. I don't even know how to call it, but they're mobile. Also, tax is great. A lot of planes in the sim have a problem taxing. This one seems really good. All temperature is not getting anywhere. Also, my volts are low, which I don't. Alright, but the battery is charging. It's 24.5 now. So I have full left rudder and I'm stepping on the left brake and just see what it's doing. Just what it's supposed to do. I thought the front nose will look like it's skidding a bit, but hey, that's pretty great actually. I know a lot of planes have trouble doing that in the sim. Oh dear, I feel like I'm moving. Seriously. Right, it's probably gonna send someone else dizzy. How are we doing? Yeah, temperature at least it got out of the bottom of the scale, which means it's going up, so it will be up soon enough. Good stuff. Oh, we can also visit the fire station. Actually, maybe one day we can just drive around the whole airport. And this scenery looks pretty nice. Oh, here's the police. Right, they're not going for us. That zombie just waiting there, looking what on earth am I doing. Come on, temperature, we need you. Now the thing is, you actually have to be patient. You cannot get the engine to all too high RPM because it doesn't like it. You can only wait. Oh no, I still have 2 sets of the taxiway signs. FBI, open up! Oops. No, they're all locked. Hey Blair. That zombie, that was you. Thank you. That's pretty nice. Right, parking brake set. I'm stepping on the brakes. Let's get it a bit up. I'm just getting it to... I know where I should get it. Let's get it to 1800 as we have for the run up. Right, I bet if we go a bit lower, it should be on the green, just barely. Let's do the run up then. There's not too much to check. Magnetos to left. There is a drop of 100. Back to both. Sorry for that. Back on 1800. Back magnetos to right. Same drop. Back to both. Thank you for the follow. I'm gonna call you Ama. Creative name. Very nice to see you. Welcome. I think this plays nice with me going in the circles recently. Alright, however, we'll see you. We're going out for a walk now with the dog. Cool. We'll enjoy the stream. Welcome. Very nice to see you, Ama. I hope that name works for you. We don't have anything else to check on the run-up. What's up with this aircraft? There's no car feed, no nothing. Right. So we can enter the runway, which means we need transponder alt. That's on. Landing lights on, taxi lights off, strobe on, pitot heat is on, fuel pump on, and flaps on the first notch. Right. Boom. DCM 260, thank you for the bank. Welcome. Very nice to see you. There's 2 DC3s there, but I think they're part of the scenery. Right, I'll line up the runway and I'll just do two things for our usual convenience. I'll set the heading back to the runway heading. And we'll have a quick look at the chart. Right, so we'll set it to 250, that's plus minus 5 degrees. So it might be a bit off. And let's have a look where we're going. So we'll take off. I think we can check this airport first. The small one here at the lake. And we'll just follow the pattern. Try to do some touch and goes at each and every one of them. No mod but must scream. Redeem the third. Welcome, welcome. Very nice to see you. We have all the great names in the chat today. Amazing. Right, that zombie. Are there? I bet you are. Great stuff. Right, so I'll be rolling full throttle. Mixture is forward. Engine instruments. RPM at 25. Everything else in the green. So we're good to go. And the volts went away. That's good. That's good. Right. 60 knots. Rotate. It really flies nicely. I really do like this aircraft. 17 knots. We can go to the climb. How high do we go? I think 1000 feet will do. Oh, I need more right rudder. I have been flying twins for too long. I forgot to do that. Reduce power, 25. Flaps up. Trim up. Trim. Right. Fuel pump off. Landing light off. That's it. However much right rudder you think you need, you'll always need more. Yeah, but that day when you have too much right rudder, that's weird. I'll find the same when there is left crosswind, you will wait. If there is right crosswind, you will often end up needing left rudder. It might be accurate actually. I haven't been taking off in the real aircraft in that much of a crosswind. My framers are super smooth today. Oh, I know. After last stream, I did play with the rolling cache. I just deleted it and turned it on. So I think this is causing all the trouble. How does that work? I need to take a note. Hang on. Right, I did add it to my list. Seems like it's absolutely crucial, essential, most important step before the stream. No, it's not the most important, but seems to be doing wonders. There's the dead zombie. Great stuff. This airport is absolutely huge. We have did a lot of turning and we are still over it. Also there's snow on the ramps, that looks a bit weird. And the small one was supposed to be... Right, there is a lake here. Oh, I think the runway is just here. Am I right? Yeah, just at this edge of the forest, and this thing here is the lake. Oh look, there are even aircraft here. What a place. And I think this is a water runway here. There's a ton of aircraft here. Right. Let's try to land. How do people land here? Alright, so we are give or take on the downwind. Let's note our heading 150, so something like 33 is the runway. I didn't bother to check it on Navigraph. We're hitting it altitude from the autopilot, so let's get it somewhere below ground so it will not scream at me. Right, let's do it. Throttle idle, turning, flaps 1, fuel pump on, landing lights on. Keep the surface speed at 70 knots, so now I'm adding power. Right, we're pretty high, but we should be able to descend. There's the runway. Right, flaps 2, flaps full. I still don't know how to call those flaps. I like when they're named like up, approach, landing, things like that. That's easy to say. Oh, and there's a car going back and forth. Great. I think the runway is this big rectangle over here. At least that looks like it's the case. There's so many aircraft here. It is pretty short. Oh, the scones just popped up. And I cannot see my height. Right, just looking to the left. That's a bit of a floater, but we're here. First landing of the day. That was super short flight. I like those cons at the end. And that they left a gap in the middle. Butter. Yeah, pretty much butter. Right, let's inspect this place. Flaps up, fuel pump off. Landing light off, strobe off, taxi light off. Alright. Very nice, especially with the lack of depth perception from snow. Actually, this forced me to look to the side and do it the right way. I think I'm very proficient with it, so I don't know when I'm looking. And you know, the way to do that is to look slightly to the left and judge your height by looking somewhere over here. I think it's supposed to be 15 degrees, if I'm not mistaken. And I saw this snow and I figured, oh, I need to do it the right way. Although I should have slammed it a bit earlier because we see how much run we wasted. I would rather not run out of the runway. Right, taxiing from this view is a bit awkward, but I wanted to have a better visibility of what's going on here. Seems like it's part of this Anchorage scenery that I have. It looks really, really nice. All those hangars and aircraft. But the aircraft, they look kinda generic, but they're not. What is this one? I have no idea. Oh, and there are floats here. And anyone looking to rent any floats? Like there's few. Right, I bet the rest of the airport looks kind of similar, but there's really a ton of aircraft here. There's that zombie who will outmaneuver you. Just go here between the aircraft. Look like a Robin. Yeah, it a bit looks like a Robin, but Robin is not so popular in the US, right? And also it has a different wing. It doesn't have this flat and then go up. Actually, it does, but just very much closer to the road. Right, we passed that zombie. We can go back. I think it's just artist's vision of what an aircraft looks like. Right, I think we can just go and take off here. Also, I cannot see where I'm going. Or do we go to the other side? Let's go to the other side. We'll see what's there. It's a driving simulator after all. Right, to be honest, today when the aircraft is wobbling like that, I feel like my chair is moving. Also, it's not moving. It's the weirdest feeling. Right, all the same aircraft here. There's a fuel station, bunch of tracks, a ton of trees. Taxiway is sort of gone. Maybe there's no taxiway here. least there's the runway. Right. Firebird, welcome, welcome. Very nice to see you. We are flying around Anchorage, just chilling today. Seems to be pretty nice. I have a bit of a weird airfield here. It's just next to Anchorage International, like next door. And we have that zombie flying along. Right, fuel pump on, landing lights on, taxi lights off, strobe on, transponder is on. Oh sorry, it needs to be in the alt mode. Boo, I did it wrong previously. I want this in the traffic, turn on the traffic. I want this on that page. Alright. Next, we'll just take off here, go around along the shore. So, see what I mean? Oh, sorry. See what I mean next door? It's like literally part of the airport. It's a bit crazy. Right, so we'll take off here, fly along the shore, and then go here to the right, try to find this airport. So I'm looking for this feature in the water. Right, let's jump back in. Also flaps 10, so this 10, 20 full, up 10, 20 full. Alright, I'll try to remember that. Right, this should be the runway. Go then. Full throttle. That zombie, I hope you're there behind me. I'm pulling slightly back on the yoke to release the pressure on the nose gear. Right, now the nose gear is slightly up, so I'm just trying to balance it. 60 knots. Lift off. Accelerate to 70. And climb away. That was actually a nice takeoff because I tried to release the pressure from the nose wheel. So you try to release this pressure, and then when you have some grip on the elevator, you try to just keep it barely in the air so that this nose wheel getting hardly any ground contact. Right, over 200 feet, reduce power 25, flaps up, trim up, fuel pump off, landing light off, and we're good. Reduce power. Everything is frozen up here, so looks like a winter wonderland, but you cannot tell where the water is. Oh, there's tower, so that's just next door actually. See, there's the tower there. And there's Anchorage International. How come it's also close here? And there's the runway. Alright, let's go for a touch and go. These airports are coming closer than I anticipated. Okay. Fuel pump on, landing lights on. Let's check the speed limitations. I do not see it. 110, right. Shouldn't have been looking so much inside. Anyway, we're good. 110 is the limit for flaps 10 and then 85 for flaps 20 and full. I will try to remember that. Throttle idle, I need to slow down, so I'm trying to keep the same pitch and let the airspeed bleed off. Flaps 20, flaps full. Now I want to pitch down for 70. And add power. Control our descent. Okay, it's actually good practice. We seem to be a bit low here on the Vasi. Right, so I'm trying to pitch for 70 and power for decent rate. I think we'll just do a touch and go here and do one more traffic pattern. Where's this white and red? Give it to me. This tower is humongous for the size of the airfield. Now it's there. I feel like I have slight left crosswind, but I might be wrong. Just a feeling. Right, we are super high here. Just touch it with the wheel. Full power, flaps 20, accelerate, flaps 10. Oh, I'm also forgetting the right rudder. Maybe worth raising the POVs once landed. I really don't see this low. I mean, I'm not super tall, so that's kind of what I would see. But I tried and the up arrow is not working. So see, I can go down but not up. I'm not sure what happened here. Anyway, I think it's okay. Whack. Yeah, it's a bit weird. You should be able to... Maybe I messed up something. I can always do this. Maybe we'll be doing it, just a glimpse there. Flaps up. Let's do a left traffic pattern. Flaps up, trim up. Fuel pump off, landing lights off. I don't remember the runway direction. Hey, there's another runway. I am so confused. No, that's another airport. That's the airbase. That's where the F-22s live. Right, seems like there's airport around every corner here in Anchorage. This is the one we were looking for. They have exactly the same tower here in the sim. That's what deceived me. Right, I'll keep this power setting, so we just accelerate. I'll see how fast it can go. It's really flying very nice. I absolutely love it. Right, trim down a bit, try to keep it trimmed. I didn't know the runway headings, that's one thing I should have checked. Right, we seem to be parallel now. Oh, and there's another runway there. Great. Let's say it's 0, 0, 1, 0. Give or take. Okay, I'll try to make it a bit of a longer final, so we have a chance of stabilizing the approach. Fuel pump on, landing lights on, throttle idle. Now, keep the pitch, slow down. There's below 110, flaps 10. 85, flaps 20. Now, I will try to keep 80. Add some power. Then on the base leg or final, we'll decelerate to 70. I think we'll be a bit close. Right, it's a good thing I did mark this runway heading. At least I know which direction it should be going, more or less. There's the runway. Right, flaps full. rolling to final now. Oh, now we are high. No, we're not. I'll try to keep that. Aim for the aiming point. I'm not used to landing so far down the runway. I was usually trying to land a bit closer to the runway threshold. I need to slow down, so rolling back the power. Just watching my rear speed so it doesn't fall all too much. 75 is okay. Let's do a full stop here. Throttle idle. Right, that's a bit too fast, but we are good. Stepping on the brakes. Flaps up and down into 10. I wonder if we'll be able to take off on this distance. Let's try it. Right, I will do it 172. That's 172. Hang on, I forgot to paste the link. Again. At 61. Whoa, that's super low. Right, I guess every instructor has a different opinion. So there's the aircraft commands. That's what we teach in our school. Gotcha. I was doing my PPL in 150 and my instructor wasn't very happy when I was going below 70. So they definitely didn't want to stall me on final. 60-70 is pretty normal for 172. So I've got this habit of trying to beat a bit faster, and they were seriously worried when I was below 70. Well, to be fair, when you have a lot of gas and whatnot, it's better to keep it higher. 50-70 is pretty fast. Well, you see, everyone has a different opinion on that. That's interesting. Well, 150 is just a tiny little beam with something resembling an engine that barely wants to climb. So, oh hey, I fly 150. Cool, I crave higher speed during gusty conditions, also less flaps. It's a one-person airplane with 2 seats. Yeah. Heaviest objects in the universe. And one of them being your instructor. It's a joke, of course, but the Cessna 150 without an instructor on board, it is a rocket compared to with instructor on board. Just this. A bit of weight makes a huge difference there. So, if it was me, I would check the manual. I don't remember the recipes for the 150 anymore, and just add 5 to 10 knots for my convenience. Right. Full throttle, and as we are at 40-50 knots, I will drop full flaps. At 40 because they do roll for a moment. 1, 2, 3. We should be able to lift off now. Right, we are in the air, flaps 20, flaps 10, accelerate to 70, and climb. That's not... Well, I haven't tried this technique in any real short airfield, but it should get you in the air faster, but then you pay for on the initial climb out. If you have a short runway, nothing behind, that should work, but check with your instructor before doing that in a real plane. And I took one on a cross continental flight. I was, I was really surprised how much I could pack it in it with full fuel. Oh. Oh, gotcha. One person airplane with two seats. Yeah, it's the case for many aircraft that they can just, well, four seaters can take two people, full fuel, and some baggage. You really need to choose between what you actually take. Flaps up, fuel pump off, landing glide off. Yeah, I'm not super proficient with this aircraft, so bear with me. I might be doing a lot of things wrong here. And this airport is called Elmendorf Air Force Base. That's where the F-22s are. Suitcase with weeks worth of clothes. Well, if you're going to Florida, that's easy to have weeks worth of clothes. If you're in Norway, well, it's a different story. 30 packs of water, flight bags, snacks. Snacks are important. Only brought like 30 pounds below max gross. Cool, good stuff. So really one person aircraft. Let's do a high-speed low pass here. I'll actually try to bank left and fly over the other runway. I'm not sure if that will work. Obviously I wouldn't try it in a real aircraft. Sounds dangerous. Alright, add the power. And there we go on the other runway. Week's worth, because it was a week and a half long trip. Oh, cool. North Texas to Southern California, and back. Gotcha. Alright, so that's not something that requires heavy winter clothes. Good stuff. 1.5 week in a Cessna. Well, I think I would enjoy that. Right, full power. We go to the climb. Oh, I haven't noted the runway heading again. I guess it's something like 070. So I want to go 45 to the left. Well, maybe 30 to the left. Be on the climb, fly for a bit, and then do 180 to the right and go for landing. See how this works. Flaps 10, fuel pump on, landing lights on. Need to be super careful about the airspeed here. Alright, it worked. We are rolling just over threshold. Throttle idle, flaps full. That zombie is there. Right, about this approach speed, if you have a long runway, I would rather keep a bit more and just lose the airspeed over the runway. Then, again, I listen to what my instructor says on whichever aircraft I'm flying. Throttle idle. I need to get this habit of looking to the side to gauge the height above the runway. What do we do? Let's take off again. I don't feel like driving around this airport. Right rudder, flaps 20. Sorry, flaps 10. 60, rotation. Right to 70. Trim up for the climb. Reduce power 25. Flaps up. Trim back. Fuel pump off, landing lights off. Right, next airport is Port Richardson, Anchorage, somewhere over here. So let's find it. Actually, we should follow some route and get there. I see there's a road in front of me that will get us somewhere over there. Landed so hard that ELT went off. Oh, that can happen. I had no idea. Use the power a bit. Well, actually a lot. 22. Here's the route I wanted to follow. It should bring us close to the runway. The runway should be somewhere on the left. Let's look out for it. Also, it's pretty dark. I will crank up the lights. Hey, now that's a happy Cessna. And our battery is way happier than it used to be. It's at 27.7 volts at the moment. That's way more than it was. Right, I still don't see it. I think it might be over here. Actually, today I just see a beacon. I think this will be the runway. I'm not sure yet. Maybe it's a bit further? Yeah, there's the beacon, so that should be the airport beacon. Right, I think this is the place. And the zombie is back on the way. You got the new LT already. No, I don't think you actually need to replace them. Right, throttle idle. Fuel pump on, landing light on. Flaps 10, flaps 20. Flaps full. Auditory, welcome, welcome. Very nice to see you. We are flying around Anchorage. I discovered there's a ton of airfields just next door to each other. It's pretty amazing. Also, this airport beacon is just on the runway. Doesn't seem like a good place for it. Throttle idle. We are high, so we can use the altitude and descend here. $70 knots, round out, and flare. Right, I'm trying to get this habit of looking to the sides to gauge my height above the runway. Just stopping in to say hello. Hello, hello, very nice to see you. I'm going to head to bed right now. Oh, gotcha. Major storms, heading my direction, I'm going to sleep, go storm changing possibly, then go to work at 4 AM. Whoa, that's a crazy plan. Good luck then. Have some rest. Very nice to see you again. I think we'll just roll to the end of the runway and take off. I mean, turn around before taking off, obviously. Flaps up and flaps 10. And that's runway 17, so let's set this up. Oops, I went a bit too far. Actually, no, we're still within the limits. Right, the zombie's on the approach, so I'll go take off and move to the side so we have some room for landing. Don't worry about 50, rotate, go to the right, accelerate, 70, there we go. Again, I wouldn't be doing that in a real aircraft. Just too close to the ground for such maneuvers. Flaps up, reduce power 25. Trim back, fuel pump off, landing lights off. Let's have a look around this airfield. It was pretty nice. So I need to remember to use rudder in turns. I sort of forgot about that because Steam is not very... Well, most of the aircraft don't need it in the sim for some reason. Right, there's a ton of hangars here. An apron, there's the zombie, and the airport beacon just in the middle of the field. Also, those beacons, they have a different pattern depending on the size of the airport, but I honestly don't remember those patterns. Right, I think we are behind you. Yeah, behind to your left, because we see the white light and the red light. And there's some hills here. Nice place. I think I'll just do a tight loop and we'll do touch and go, and then go south to the Andover Airport, airfield, whatever it is. Oh, actually, we're just in the middle of the runway, so we cannot land here. Well, let's try. Throttle idle. Flaps 10. Right, flaps full. Fuel pump on, landing lights on. Should be just fine for a touch and go. Landing would be... Well, I'm not sure if we would have room to stop here. Right, touch the ground, and off we go. Flaps 20, flaps 10, accelerate 70. Oh, remember about the right rudder. I always forget. Reduce power 25, flaps up, trim up. Fuel pump off and landing lights off. Right. So far so good. Where do we go next? No, we're going next to this one, Anchorage Campbell. So we should just skim the edge of the city, and it should be somewhere here. It's the longest leg so far today. Amazing. But there's this road on the right. Right, and then it should touch the city. We should go skim the city side there. I think this will work. Reduce the power. 22. Looking at the nav graph, the edge of the city is just in front of me, so I'll be turning left now. Due south. I think I need to fly this aircraft more. It's really good to practice stick and rudder. Right, it should be somewhere there to our right. I don't actually see it yet. So it's definitely in the view. think we can have a bit more airspeed to power 23. This should do the job. Mega Blue Sky, welcome, welcome. Very nice to see you. We're just flying around Anchorage in Cessna 172. How is Alaska treating you? I have great primers today. It's looking pretty chill. Winds are chill. Everything is great. So yeah, I do like Alaska. Just torturing myself looking at this place. And we are just checking all those airfield servers here. We started at Anchorage, then went here, 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 here. Now we're going to this one. That's the longest leg today. And they're all literally next door to each other. It should be somewhere there. I wonder if I see it. I think it's this thing here in between the trees. That should be the place. Yep, that's it. Alright, throttle idle. Fuel pump on. Landing lights on. Flaps 10. Flaps 20. Flaps 30. I'm waiting for better train mesh until I go back. I think I do have some mesh that I bought from Orbex or someone else. I don't remember. I honestly lost track of which sceneries I have installed. I have a ton of it. But the mesh is pretty okay. It's definitely needed for the mountains, yeah. Chewy Nuts was flying the X-Plane yesterday. I also fired it up here in Alaska with the A340, and to be honest, the mountains up close in the X-Plane, they look a bit better. Like the textures are much sharper and the mesh seems to be a bit sharper. Orbex Alaska mesh barely does anything. No, that's criminal offense. It's weak for now. Ooh. Yeah, I wonder why Flight Sim decided to go with technology that smoothens out everything, and it works for the flatlands, not so much for the mountains. Throttle idle. Right, I thought we touched down so softly I didn't even notice it, but no, that wasn't the case. Not worth 8 gigabytes. Oh. But well, I just got and bought it. Didn't check out too much if it's good or not. I'm not sure if I noticed any difference. But I think X-Plane has a sharper mesh and definitely has sharper textures in the mountains. Like, they really look sharp. X-Plane Autogen is working pretty great, to be honest, for what it is. When it's just gigabytes of data, well, hundreds of gigabytes of data instead of petabytes as for the Flight Sim. Haven't heard many good things from the Orbex mesh yet. A company named Pilots made the best mesh for FSX P3D. Gotcha. I think they also have a few sceneries. Let's try this short field takeoff again. I will go flaps 20. I'm just doing this from top of my head, not checking with the manual, so it might be totally wrong, so bear with me. Flaps 20, throttle forward. Right, pulling back to raise the nose gear. Now I'm just trying to balance the nose gear slightly in the air. We have a lift off here. 60 knots. Flaps 10. Slowly rising to 70 knots, and we're on the climb low. Right, we managed to do that, just barely. I thought it would have been way better. Agent Presta, welcome, welcome, very nice to see you. Are you liking this plane? Yeah, this plane's amazing. I can certainly recommend it. Just keep in mind you need the Premium or Deluxe version, if I'm not mistaken, for it. But yeah, I think that's right. It's clearly written on the website, so please keep this in mind. Flaps up, trimming back, reducing power. Fuel pump off, landing lights off. So it plays really well, like stick and rudder. This seems really great. The engine is warming up forever, which is what I would expect. Avionics are also really good. The Cap 140 seems to be fully implemented, contrarily to every other Cap 40 in the game. Here's our next airfield, that's Anchorage. Don't even know. This one, Sky Harbor. So we'll go downwind and land there. 1,000 feet, level up here, power 22. And I'm really liking it for the stick and rudder, it seems to be super nice. Also takeoff and landing. In many aircrafts, like you're flying or not flying, this one seems to be... there seems to be some transition between the two. Right, we're pretty close, so I'll just do one turn into final. Reduce the throttle. Fuel pump on, landing light on. Speed check, flaps 10. And we'll keep 80 knots for now. Right, 180 now. I'll try to keep those 80 knots, because the turn is pretty tight. Oh, we're just there. Flaps full. Think I need to practice more some GA stick and rudder flying, because I tend to look into the wrong places, like I'm just looking on the speed, not on the attitude indicator or just out the window and stuff like that. And we have the killer trees, which means this is famous for. So is there another runway here to the left? No, I think it's just a road. Right, 70 knots. Throttle idle. Oh, this runway is so small. I thought I was pretty high, but we're actually not. Very narrow, so my perception was a bit skewed compared to a normal day. Such a tiny place, looks pretty nice. I'll turn around here and do an actual full traffic pattern. That zombie's over there, so we'll go and wait for you. Flaps up and 10. We'll be good to go as soon as we land. I'll keep this view. So I forgot to do any screenshot. Let's fix that. Because of the zoom, I cannot tell how far you are. Right, you're closing in. And bump. Good stuff. Seem to be on the ground now. Your sim always looks super smooth. Well, it looks super smooth for you, it doesn't always look super smooth for me, but today is actually the smooth day. And I don't know why. Oh, I think I may know. I did clear my rolling cache after closing the sim last time. And last time I had super stutters. Just FPS wasn't great. Flying small plane out in Alaska will get good frames usually. No big cities or anything. Yeah, but we were flying last time from Kodiak to Homer, and there's barely anything, and my frames were bad. No idea how it works. I can actually check. So I'm reading well around 80 after frame generation, which means the sim is running around 40. So it's okay. Right, so it's just a bit higher than last time then. It's not super high. Right, full throttle, right leg, engine instruments in the green. Pull a bit to release the pressure on the nose wheel. There's 60, rotate, slowly accelerate to 70 in the climb. What frames are we getting? So in the sim I think it's around 40, and after frame generation it's 80. Because, you know, NVIDIA 4000 series, frame generation, good stuff. Also more right rudder, and I didn't set the runway heading. I think it's this one. 170. I'm trying to spread this around. One question, do you need more than 60 FPS if broadcasting 60? Probably not, but, well, I do it for my own pleasure, so if I could get more, I will just have more, so it looks better for me. Right, reducing power, 25, flaps up. Why overstress the CPU? Oh, my CPU is not overstressed at any rate. It's just that the flight sim cannot utilize all the cores it has. So the way it works, I have a gazillion cores, and pretty much everyone has those days. You stream using, well, to be fair, OBS is also using CPU, like everything is using CPU, so if your CPU goes to 90%, your stream will not probably run smooth. I'm also using DLSS, and OBS uses it for sure. Yeah, OBS load is marginal. Yeah, I think what happens is that the sim is not able to utilize all the cores that you have, like most of the games. It just runs 2 cores on max, and that bottlenecks it. Seems to be a problem for every game I have seen. Yep, my OBS is using 0.1%, but that's 0.1 out of so many cores. It's a bit crazy how this works. Actually, when we're on ground, I can show you what it looks for me on the CPU. Right, there's the airfield. Reduce the power a bit, 22. Yeah, by locking the frames to 60, you're then using all the resources to ensure smooth performance, not just extra frames. Yep, I think that's somewhat correct. At least there is a good chance they will be more stable. Locking to 60 will get to stable 60 instead of unstable 60. Trying to get people to see this fact. Yeah, you are not wrong. It's difficult. It is. Just depends on what you need. I would rather have more frames just because it looks better for me, and I'm sitting in the front of this monitor, so I like to have it. Right, reducing power. Fuel pump on, landing lights on, slowing down, flaps 10. The airframe hogs the streamers or the sim. Turning base now, it's more about smooth than high frames really. Yeah, I do agree about that. And to be honest, if I was having stutters, I would lock the frames. And on my previous PC, I was locking the frames just so they're smoother without the stutters. So I am on board with you on that. But here it doesn't really matter all too much for me, plus I get the frame generation, so... Actually, yeah, we can try locking the frames and see how it looks like. have a great running sim. Yeah, but on my previous machine, I wasn't having a great running sim, and I was often locking the frames just to have it a bit smoother rather than faster. I just need, I just need to make sure it's 45 plus so again doesn't trigger my motion sickness and migraines. Yeah, that's a tough one. And it seems like many people are not aware that low frames are not feeling great. Alright, flaps full, we have the killer trees. But that's not gonna work. Just touch the ground and get out from here. Actually, it will work. So let's do full stop then. Never a tear. Yes, but then there seemed to be some issue with the DX12 or and whatnot, and VSync wasn't working correctly, even on my screen, and I was getting tears all the time. Unlike with NVIDIA control panel, not in the sim. No, that's crazy. There's that zombie there. Flaps 10. Locking sim will cause steer and lag. Oh. Oh. Well, on my previous machine, locking in the sim was actually working nice and I wasn't having any tears. But I don't know. To be honest, I gave up. I gave up on trying to tweak the Misfits. I just ran at some settings that look okay and don't care about it anymore. I lost way too many time trying to tweak it. I just don't want to bother anymore. There we go, the zombie. Well done. This runway is very narrow, so it's totally different perception than I'm used to. It's so weird. Hang on, I'll try to show you what my cars are doing. Wow. Right, so this is what my cars are doing, and I haven't looked here in a long time, and I remember when I was lacking the sim a long time ago, it was just few of them at max and the rest were basically doing nothing. It seems to have changed. Well, okay, it's not like all of them are doing something. Same approach, pick a precedent and run with it. Luckily this new Sims run was way better than any previous ones, so much less to fiddle with. Yeah, so much less to fiddle with, but then if it doesn't work, you have absolutely no clue what the problem is. But if it works for me, it's good. If it doesn't work, I just lower everything and I just can't bother anymore. I used to try to make it perfect, but just too much tweaking for nothing. Alright, that's actually pretty smooth touchdown. Oh, also, I think I like about this plane, you saw how much drag I had on the final approach here. And that's pretty much what I would expect, and many planes in the sim, they don't seem to be doing that, which is super surprising. Just hit the B for the QNH. Let the cars pass. Hey, cars. Give me a break. Alright, let's roll. Right rudder. It's not too much right rudder. Ooh, it's not looking great. There's 50, 60. Alright, I think we need to climb at 60. This, I think, is the VX best climb gradient. Alright, so it sort of worked here. Can accelerate to 70 now. Too much traffic. Yeah, what are they thinking? Reduce power, 25, laps up. We'll do one more traffic pattern to the left. Trim up, fuel pump off, landing lights off, turn. Turn up. Right, so, I twisted the wrong thing. No. I wanted... No, what I wanted, 350 I think. Let's check this magnetic heading. We have 265. Right, now it works. Turn down winds. Race drivers, yeah, absolutely crazy. Reduce the power, 23 I think will work. Oh, bumpy road. Roll out here, let's see how we're doing. And it's pretty much okay. There's the zombie there. I think we need 10 degrees more to the left. Actually, I was mistaken. We need 10 more to the right. Alright, we are abeam, so let's start. Fuel pump on, landing light on, reduce the power. Speed check, flaps 10. Yeah, we are getting some great weather today. It's actually pretty nice. Alright. Start turning base. That should be the heading for the base. It's great to see the snow going away in most places in the sim. It was getting cold. Oh, I see what you mean. I kind of like snow. So. Right, there's the airfield there. Slowly turning on final. Laps 20. Should have done that on the base leg. Roll out now. Get on this final. Laps full. It's kinda turning to spring in the sim now. Yeah, to be fair, in my place the spring is pretty... well, not coming. It's still super cold. It hasn't been like that in years. Usually pretty warm in March. Usually. It's a bit of a mess. Right, slow down to 17. Add the power back. Now that's a stable approach. I like it more. We pass the killer trees. Throttle idle. That was a bit hard, and we bounced there. I don't know why the landing rate said it's -1. I think something went wrong with the bounces. Landing rate is suspicious, yeah, pretty suspicious. Although I know what might have happened, because I was pulling, so maybe we were in this... I'm not sure how to call it. I don't know, felt a bit weird. But also the other bot hasn't registered it, so that's interesting. That's the second time it happened. Horrible. Yeah, sort of. I think, yeah, that's the one. There's that zombie coming there again. You are keeping up with me. Good stuff. Flaps 10. Need to remember to keep this throttle a bit up so we do not discharge battery while on the ground. Hey, your prop seems not to be spinning for some reason. I wonder what happened. Steep descent. Blame the trees. Always blame the trees. Unless you end up in them, then it's probably your fault. Right, I think we visited all the places here. These are the ones that are on the chart. Surprisingly, a lot of airports, airfields in a city that's not very big. Do you have Rex? Aku season? No, I don't have it. Same as yours. Okay. I think we'll go to the Anchorage, and I think what we can do, land on this runway, just take off, land on this runway, take off, land on this runway, and go in a circle like that. I think this will work, so let's do that. Let me check those runways. That's 25, 25 right, 33, and 14. Just ask because it can make the trees shorter, very handy. Yeah, I remember there used to be a mod for Sim to make the trees smaller. I thought they look good from distance unless they're on the short final, but I think with SE12 we got this community scenery something, and people should be able to edit the sceneries now and post them to Asobo so they can put it into the sim. I think we really need that, as you can see. Right, let's go then. Full throttle. Right rudder. This narrow runway is really good for practice, except for the trees. There's 60, rotate. Right, climb out. Let's stay at 60. This is a really nice place for practice. Right, I think we do have an active internet connection. It appears to be the case. We pass the trees, reduce power 25, flaps up, trim up, fuel pump off, landing light off, and we're good. Alright, let's go to Anchorage. I mean, we have been in Anchorage all along, but go to Anchorage International, or whatever it is called. It's over there, I can see the beacon. I really do like this plane for how it flies on the controls. You just do gentle movements and it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Right, 2.5. I did put the heading back there, so I have some sort of reference where to go. Anchorage seems pretty small. I wonder how many people live there. Reduce the power 20, 24. 24 will do the job for us now. And we can see unheard Jaguar 83. Now we have heard of this player. I bet that zombie is following along. There we are, good stuff. This is such a nice area. I've been flying here every now and then. It feels somewhat familiar now. So we need to check those mountains at some point. So there's Anchorage International, there's this one in the city, and there's Elmendorf Air Base. Like, they are absolutely next to each other. And probably have different ATC units, so I wonder how they coordinate between themselves. There's the runway, just popping into view. Right, we'll hop on long final and do straight in approach. Rotor idle, I'll still keep the altitude, just wanted to slow down. Fuel pump on, landing light on. By the time you do that, usually are for flaps 1. Right, we are getting a bit high, flaps 2. Right, flaps 10, flaps 20 is what I should have been saying. And flaps full. I have a huge monitor in front of me, so I actually need to look 45 to the left to see this runway, which means it's pretty natural sized. Why are there only 2 lights? Then we haven't checked the approach chart. Alright, that's the longest, most stable approach today. I like this Alaska airline tail there on the hangar. It's super nice. Right, almost there. 2-5 right. I think I need slight right aileron and left rudder, just to keep this nose on the center line. I also need to start practicing getting on the center line. Slowly rolling back the throttle, we're in the ground effect. Boom. Right, that was a bit steeper than last time. That's good. At least we know it works. Full power. Flaps 20, 10. And we'll keep flaps 10 for now. I think VX is around 60 here. Might be 65 or something like that. There's the other runway on the right, so we're now doing this roundabout, and we'll land on the next runway. Flaps full. Right, it's a bit awkward position because I still need to do the turn. Oh, I know what we can do. I will go flaps up and just fly over the runway in a side slip. So full right rudder is now. I need a lot of power. And I'm just keeping the aileron so that I fly where I want to. I'm also looking to the left, so see, we're just flying along the center line now. I think we should be a bit slower when we do that. That's what's happening. Oh, I think we're also driving on the runway, are we? Or are we not? I don't know what's going on here. Seemed like it was driving.
Danger!
Danger! Welcome back, however, very nice to see you. We are practicing landings now, or just flying around in circles. Right, next is runway 14. Where is that runway? It should be somewhere close. Right, I think I see it. It's over there. Exactly here. I just remember it from the previous landing there. Throttle idle. We have fuel pump on and landing lights on. Flaps 10. Flaps 20. Flaps full. So you say 60 for the approach. Yeah, I would probably not do that. Feels kinda slow. And there's the runway here. Oh, also it keeps the airspeed very nice when you just change the power. I mean, maybe it doesn't. Oh, the cones just appeared. There's snow. Boom. That wasn't enough flare. I'll try to make a nice flare on the next approach. Full throttle, flaps 10. Oh, there are the cones. Get out of here. Right, reduce power 25. Flaps up, trimming back. Actually, I can cheat a bit, just look at Navigraph, see where we are. Such a beautiful sim. Yeah, it is pretty nice, especially with the snow. I do love the snow. And we have the nice clouds. Right, flaps 10. It's a bit of an awkward turn. Should be basically over the runway now. Just looking on the Navigraph. I want to be on the right runway. Throttle idle, flaps full. I have now two hands on the yoke. I'll try to make a nice flare here. See how this goes. Need some more speed to arrest the descent though. Maybe that's another good reason to keep a bit higher airspeed on final, because if you pull too hard, you may stall it. Boom, that was the nice flare. Can we still fly it? No. Full throttle, flaps 10. I'll turn to the left and then we'll turn around for landing. Actually, there's the localizer here. That's give away where the runway is. Right, that is some crazy flying, so I need to be way more coordinated with my controls. There's runway, flaps full, throttle idle. Right, that was better, so did pull it a bit hard. Throttle forward, flaps 10, let's do another round. Right, we need to climb. Make sure prop pitch is set for climb. There's no prop pitch. So my lever is full forward. Yeah, it is always set to climb. See? They didn't even install it here because it's always in climb. I like it. Flaps up, trim up. Oh no, I lost the cap. Too bad. Right, reduce the power right turn. I need to start worrying about being coordinated. No cap. See, it fell. I didn't manage to close it. Alright, here and pointing the jokes. Right, throttle idle, speed check, flaps 10. Speed check, flaps 20, flaps full. Add the power. There's the runway. I'm trying to remember where the cons were. I have coffee and oatmeal. Ooh, nice. Enjoy. Alright, that's hopefully that's gonna be a stable approach. Just diving into the snow. Slowly running by power. Idle. Alright. Full throttle. Flaps 20, flaps 10. When you're raising the flaps after touch and go, it's important to watch the speed so you do not stall the plane when the flaps go up. Reduce power 25, flaps up, trim up. We'll go a bit to the left so we gain some distance for next approach. Alternatively, just don't use flaps ever. Yeah, I thought it really does help with the stable approach, because if you don't have that, it's a bit less stable. In gliders we have the air brakes. That's way better than flaps. I wish aircraft did have air brakes, because you can just control your descent angle with a lever. Yeah, you can do flaps up landing now. Why not? Just I noticed that on the passenger planes it's a bit easier. Glider, I hardly know her. Oh, can recommend. Your jokes are on point today. Evan Koji, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Very nice to have you here. We're flying around Anchorage, trying to do landings and whatnot. Not always working. Just remember, I'm supposed to be making someone of a light panel for this plane. Oh, I thought we only make those dark panels. Who needs white panel anyway? Right. Flaps up approach. We're still a bit fast, and now the problem is I'm throttle idle and it's not decelerating at all. Now it is. Hey, that was nice. Maybe it wasn't the softest, but at least it actually started stalling and sank onto the runway. I did like it. They absolutely made light panels. I see. Yeah, I believe. Oh yeah, they did for the real aircraft. I think I prefer the dark panels in the G at least. I don't know. I have never flown with non-dark panel. We always had the dark panels. Run per dark panel. Yes. Must be more convenient because it's light outside anyway. That zombie, are you still there? You are. Good job. I was so focused on flying, I forgot to have a look at you. Right, I will make 270 to the left and then we can land on runway 33. I'm just having a quick look here on Navigraph to see what's going on. Right, reduce the power a bit, flaps 10. Someone wants a livery to match the plane they fly IRL. Oh, that's cool. There is the runway, so we're super high. Speed check, flaps full. I missed the takeoff, rats. I mean, Kamiko, I have takeoff every few minutes now, so don't worry about it. Very nice to see you, welcome, welcome. Here's your shout out. Always love that part. Also, I have been checking the X-Plane 12 yesterday. I checked the A340, seems pretty okay, looks pretty nice as well. Chu was flying X-Plane yesterday, and there has been a lot of people on his stream. So I hope it will make more people interested just to have a backup sim. Sadly, winds are 20, gusting 30 here IRL, so no flying from me, rescheduled for tomorrow. Yeah, you definitely should have rescheduled, that's a lot of wind. Sheesh. Pattern work, dig it. Well, it's more of a triangle pattern. That was still a bit too fast. Maybe you should try from the external camera for once. Awesome. I've never tried the replay. Shall we try it? Nah. Boring. Let's go flying. How do I know my speed here? Oh, I know, people are using this HUD. Little C-162 wouldn't like 20 plus knots of wind. Oh, 162, the Skycatcher. The mystery plane. It was supposed to be such a great success and there's hardly few of them made. But it's a nice looking aircraft. P-17 gusting 34. Oh, double digit rate. Gotta be happy with that, no? I mean, I'm always happy. The thing is, depending what I'm practicing at the moment. Right, reducing speed, flaps. Oh, flaps were up all the time. It's just, I'm trying now to actually get this plane to stall before it touches down, like it should be done. It's just slightly more difficult to gauge that in the sim compared to real life, but it's not like I'm great at doing this in real life. Also, we have a dead zombie chasing me. See? There he is. And unhurt Jaguar, which you just have heard of. Instructor called me like an hour and a half before the flight, like, hey, we're not going to be able to fly today. I was like, yes, centimeter. Yeah, good stuff. This wind is like Yeah, it's there. You just go home, and when it's low visibility in the morning, and you're like, all right, so I get ready. Maybe it will clear up, maybe not. And you sit and wait there. It's awful. There's the runway, throttle idle, flaps full. That's a bit steep here. Alright, we're getting back on it. I will still stick with the 70 knots, what I learned on my PPL, but I understand everyone might be keeping a bit different their speeds. What do you seek for a landing rate? You know, the thing is, I know actually zero landing rates of my real landings, because there's no way to tell that. So I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, it is overdone in the community, I do agree. I have been ranting about that for a long time. Just a bit difficult to measure, and it's still not everything. See, that was fine, but it was a bit too fast. Also, yeah, that was good. Right, full throttle, flaps 10. It's actually good practice. Oh, here are the cones. I'll try to show what I'm looking for, but I'm not always great at showing that. Just don't mind me doing crazy low-level flying. I only do it because we are in the sim, and those trees cannot hurt me. They are not real. I mean, they are real in the sim. It is still an numeric indicator of how soft the landing was, and it's not everything of a landing. It also matters where you did touch down, did you float or not. Screen does pop up in front of your face IRL? I had no idea. It actually does, but it's not a screen. It's just a piece of paper, and it's not landing rate. It's a bill you have to pay for the flight. It's kind of similar, so it's just the numbers are bigger usually. Yeah, that's how it works. I always had this idea, if there was a counter of dollars, people would just go insane. They saw this spinning like crazy. Turns out that they actually measure landing rate. Yes, they do, but it's very difficult to measure. So those readings are a bit different to the sim, because, well, you know, it's a real variable, so you cannot measure that as accurately as in the sim. They have landing sensors. Yeah, then I wonder what they use, because, you know, there's so many parameters you can measure. You can measure the rudder altitude, you can measure the vertical speed, but it has a lag first and foremost. So it's different in the sim already. You can measure the G, but then the G you measure it throughout. I think you know what I'm saying. It's not trivial. If you look at a graph of a touchdown of all the values charted, it looks a bit insane. So I understand a lot of aircraft are measuring that, but I think what they're reading might be something different that we're reading in the sim, and filtered by many things like the lag on the vertical speed and whatnot. Plus also the gear compression plays on the G-force, force on the gear. I don't think they measure the force on the gear. I know they measure just the acceleration of the aircraft, but I don't fully know, to be honest. What I'm looking now is try to get this aircraft to stall over the runway and settle down. That wasn't a great demonstration. And the script that I'm using here, it's actually doing a pretty good job. I had a look there. We can have a look, see. That's this guy. Okay. I went through this before, and what it's doing, it gets the information that you landed, and then it's measuring the G for next 500 milliseconds, if I remember correctly, and gets the highest value, which is basically what you measure in the real aircraft. But of course those values might be different. Right, so here's this calculated G-force, and it basically does it in a loop. Something like that. Oh, it's calculating in getting the values in the loop, and then it's getting, I think, the highest value. Yeah, the highest value that was measured throughout the 500 milliseconds. And here's the loop frame, so I think it measures it every frame, so that's as often as you can do. And it's basically adding the current G-force to the list, and then it's after 500 milliseconds, it's checking this list, getting the highest value. So I hope this makes sense. Then measuring this in the real aircraft is definitely not trivial, but I don't remember any good article that goes about that. Also, I tried searching a few times and got some decent results. Right, I think I'm tired of flying. Whoops. That was unexpected. Welcome, that zombie. You are so lucky to be in this place, just under my camera. Looks a bit crazy. Right, let's do a few more regular traffic patterns and then we'll call it a day. Full throttle. It's 50, so we can get the gear up. 60 rotation, accelerate to 70, get into the climb. More right rudder. The runway is 25, so I'll set this up here. Reduce power 25, flaps up, trim up, fuel pump off, and landing light off. Right, good stuff. We'll go to the left, and I think I will go on final for 25 right, and then sidestep to 25 left, just an exercise. Transversable long, we'll get the pattern altitude before we reach the end of the runway. Oh, actually we reached the end of the first runway, but we need to clear the second runway. A bit awkward turning crosswind before we reach the end of the runway. Do it now. Alright, let's do the base here. Oh, I forgot the elevation. Let's go 200 feet. We'll check on the ground, if I remember. My C777 aero pilot says that a Reaper is generated with every landing that's reviewed, especially when it's hard and it becomes a potential maintenance issue. Yes, but then the hard landing is defined by the G-force measured on landing, and that's G-force measured throughout the touchdown, not just at one point. I think it's pretty easy when you just get the reports, but when you get down how it's actually measured, I think it gets pretty complicated there. Right, that should put us on a downwind. There's the dummy following along. I reduced the power a bit too much. I have a feeling like we are not flying parallel to the runway, but we are. Interesting. Dig that. Yep. I also like the Ryanair approach, who don't care about smooth landing all too much, but then it saves them good few hundred feet on the rollout, so they have more room to stop. I think that's pretty clever, actually. I think our gyro is simply out of sync. Let's sync it up. I'll just follow this route. Everything is on the grid here, and we are reading what? 077. Yep, that was the problem. Oh, now it's even worse. Never mind. I wanted to do this tight step, but it's a bit of a wrong direction. Anyway, let's turn crosswind now. Reduce power. Fuel pump on. Landing light on. Trim up. Speed check. Flaps 10. Yeah, we're pretty high there. Yeah, it's gonna work. You're aiming for the left runway anyway. Right, flaps 20. Base to final turn. This plane really is a joy to fly. I haven't flown the other singles in a while, but seems way more stable than the Bonanza. Bonanza felt a bit awkward. Right, now what I wanna do is keep this heading, and I will sidestep to the other runway by applying left aileron and keeping my nose with the right rudder. So we keep the nose on the center line, but we step to the left with the aileron. Alright, there we are. So instead of doing a zigzag, I just kept the same heading and I step with the aileron. Need to slow down a lot. And flaps full, that was the missing piece. The wind is from the right, so that's kind of what I was feeling. I felt I need left rudder and right aileron. Let's get into the ground effect first, a bit different than I used to do whole day today. Now slowly start rolling back power and slowing down. So if we just keep this power setting, we can flow over the runway forever. And the idea is to roll back power and slow down at the same time, keeping the same height over the runway. I need to look to the left because I can't see anything anymore. And there we go. I think if you want to make it very smooth, it's a bit easier with a bit higher speed. Because now starts losing lift and just touches down a bit firmly. Full throttle, lift off, flaps 10. Keep 70 for the climb. Reduce power 25, flaps up, trim back. I forgot to check the elevation again. Fuel pump off, landing lights off. How's that zombie doing? You're there. Oh, I lost the heading. No. See how far we got off from the runway center line? Smallest race I've seen today. Well, the smallest one was less than 1, but it seemed pretty firm, so I'm not sure what happened there. I think I was just pulling and we were like flying in this parabol and just touched the ground in the process. I have no clue. That's the second time it happened for me that I had this reading of less than 1. Anyway, it's not like it's super important. Just interesting what the sim is reading and registering. Right, that's a crosswind, but I'm a bit into the downwind already. I forgot to roll out from the turn. Reduce the power 22. Turn downwind now. Awesome. Next follower goal is 200. When we hit that, I'll be doing just what we are doing today, except with the 737. Just, well, maybe something different. IFR, but also hand flying all the time. And only VR and ILS readings. Could stand to get this practice myself. Yeah, go and do it. I mean, it's a good practice. And to be fair, if I'm not doing it for a while, I'm absolutely terrible at it again, so you really need to keep doing that to be proficient. I don't think you can ever stop. Right, I had some trouble hitting the add button there. Actually remembered I have that. Our altitude, no. Also, the stock 150 is a great aircraft to practice patterns. Stock 172, I think it's also good. I'm not flying them all too often, so can't really tell. I think we got a bit close to the runway here. Right, reduce power, fuel pump on, landing light on. I think we'll do this landing, one more traffic pattern, and then we'll call it a day. Speed check flaps 10. Alright, base leg. Have a quick look, looks good. Speed check flaps 20. And start the turn. We'll just roll out on final, I guess. Oh, actually not. It's still not that close. So there's the VR just hiding up under the dashboard, and the localizer from the opposite runway. Flaps full. I'm still not sure what's the perfect touchdown speed for this aircraft. Technically you're able to touch them at 40 knots, but it seems to be way smoother at 50-60 knots. And then once you touch it, I think there's enough drag to just stop it. Got to drop to lurk? Sure, go ahead. Visiting mom in Florida. Nice stuff. In here so early. I mean, it's almost 9 p.m. Yeah, well, it's half past 9 p.m. here. Right, I think that was pretty nice. So seems like 50 knots touchdown speed is just great here. I'll catch this landing first. There you go. Full throttle, flaps 10, and that will be the last traffic pattern. I'm so delayed on my phone. No. Don't worry about it, it's fine. That zombie following along. Gonna have to hop. Amazing stream as always. Thank you, Hover. We'll see you next time. Thank you for stopping by. Bye bye. Alright, climbing out, reduce power 25, flaps up. I'm just losing track of what I need to do next. We've been doing this too long today. Fuel pump off, landing lights off. Right. Over 500 feet, we can turn left. Thank you there on Hover. Thank you. It's such a good sound. Right, rolling out on crosswind. 200 feet to go. I'm gone now. Well, it's 3:22 p.m. here in Florida. They're talking about eating dinner like 5. We used to eating 7. Oh, that's really early for you. We have a different pattern here. People usually eat rather big lunch and then something very small on during dinner time. So it's totally opposite of what you are doing. Right, turning downwind. We are a bit high, so I'll think a bit. Reducing power 22. Need to follow those roads to fly parallel to the runway. It's one time when the grid actually helps in something. There's the zombie taking off. Good stuff. We're almost abeam, so when we're abeam threshold, I will start decelerating. Almost there. Any second now. That method is probably better for your health. Who knows? It's just whatever you're used to. Right, reducing power, fuel pump on, landing lights on. Speed check, flaps 10. Right, and we'll start turning base now. I think I'm focusing a bit too much on the speed and then my nose is all over the place instead of just having constant pitch. Reduce the power a bit, that should be base like now. Speed check, flaps 20. Right, that's looking pretty nice now. Just need to figure out when to start turning final. Not putting big food in your belly as you get toward bedtime is a good thing, I think. Well, except I do like food. So, anytime is good for a big food for me. Worst case, if you have 2 of those big meals during one day. Slow, turning final now. I think we're a bit low. Also, seems pretty okay. Maybe a bit too low. Heat check, flaps full. Reducing power, we want to keep 70. Alright, so the trick is to keep constant pitch, not chase the airspeed that has a lag. If you're trying to chase the airspeed, you will just be oscillating all the time. See, I practice so much and I'm still doing it wrong. We'll need to practice this a bit more. Rolling back the throttle and doing the round out. Now that's a nice flare, and let's touch it. So, I'm not sure if you see it, but in the very last phase it's just sinking. It's like flies and then starts sinking. That's where those high touchdown rates come from. So even if you feel like it was super smooth, you must probably have synced in the very last phase. Have a look at that zombie. Oh, we're still a long way to go. Right, we need to turn around and get to that ramp there. But to be fair, if you think about the speeds, 127, well, 100 feet per minute is 1 knot. So it's like hitting the ground with 1 knot, which means jumping from very low height. I actually wanted to calculate what height, jumping from what height translates to what touchdown rate. So we have some better idea what it actually is. I think it's pretty small. 40-second delay, how do I even follow along on phone? And no worries, as long as you enjoy it, it's cool. There's that zombie on final approach. We'll watch land and then go right to the ramp. Or parking, whatever it is. I will zoom in so we can see better. Only lights. Where's the aircraft? There you go. Now I can see the aircraft. Seems pretty stable. Good stuff. It has been really nice practice for me today. I realized I'm doing some few things wrong or cannot keep it very consistent or very stable. So we definitely need more practice. Just amazing how much practice you need at that. There you go. Boom. Not sure if you saw, but the way it works, you fly parallel to the ground and then at one point you just sink in. That's how it works. I usually never have any deal on mobile, refresh the app. Yeah, I think it's just a matter of poor internet connection. Or maybe your phone doesn't have good enough CPU. Either way, it's probably not a big deal, but yeah, refreshing helps for a bit. That's absolutely true. Nice. You can see what's happening, and that's what's important. I'm always glad to be able to see what you do or think. Cool. Okay, fuel pump off, landing light off, taxi light on, strobe off. Let's roll out here. There's Foxtrot here, so let's go into Foxtrot. Oh, it's a bit further down. And I think there's FBO here on the right, so we'll go there. And there's Millionaire on the left. Millionaire or Executive Terminal? I mean, they sound good either way. Here are those killer trees again, welcoming us into the ramp. Executive Terminal this. So do you see the landing crate message? At the exact moment he touches down, no delay. Depends which one. The chat is immediately, the other one is half second later. Because it calculates the bounces and the G. Oh, it's actually Great Circle flight services. We'll go for the Great Circle. Sounds like us. I haven't watched very closely, but I think the landing crate from the prediction bot is immediately when you touch down. And from the landing crate widget, it's half second later. Oh, and Kevmikwa, I gotcha. So Kevmikwa, yeah, you see the message when I touch down in my sim, but then everyone will have 2 seconds delay at least. That's why you always see this a bit earlier than on the stream. Actually, if you're on PC, you can go to... You can actually check the delay to streamer. That's pretty cool. You can click the cogwheel, then there's advanced, and you can go video settings, and it shows latency to stream to broadcaster. Mine is 1.55 seconds. It goes through Twitch, obviously. So that's my latency that I see. You might have a different one. Right, let's start shutting down. Get the Savinix off. I'm switching all the radios to off by just turning them. I think there's no way to get the autopilot off. Transponder off. We need this guy later, so I'll keep it. Ah, let's turn it off. Phoenix Master off. Keto Heat off. Text light off. Right, alternator off. Mixture cut off. Engine stop there. Magnetos off. That's important to do. I always have delays, just usually 15-20 seconds, not 30. Oh, gotcha. What do we do next? Beacon off. We'll keep the nav. And actually I think we can close the things. Oh, there's that zombie. Nice. Nicely parked. I will need to use the drone camera to get some nice angle, because that's a bit too wide. Right, we'll do that in a second. Get those lights off as well. All the brightness to 0. Just notice I did not have low latency player enabled, which is probably a big part. Yeah, probably is, but still, that's a long latency. Don't worry about it. Oh, I click on the panel here, switch the page, wheel chokes, pito cover, co-flags. We'll skip the tie downs because they look a bit bizarre here. Switch this guy off. And Avinix Master off, nav off, battery off. And that's all. Good stuff. I really like this aircraft. It's so nice to fly. Get some better angle. Oops. Right, I think this works. Let's make a screenshot there. But Zombie, thank you for flying along. That's super nice when you do that. I'm having a lot of fun with someone following along. Let me think. What do we keep for the end scene? Oh, we are waving the ailerons. Thank you. That's nice. I like it. Right, I think this works. It's funny, it's not only do I get extra latency on mobile, I'm on the worst network in my area. Verizon barely has signal anywhere here. Here, gotcha. Also, latency for me is a bit of a gamble. Sometimes on my Xbox it's way smaller than on the PC, and sometimes it's the other way around. I have no clue how it works. Right, I'll get the bass out. Play the quick outro for you. We played no loop, no drums, just pure bass today. So I'll try to play the same thing, and then we'll go ride someone. This press will take like 5-10 minutes, so if you can, please stick out for the ride. I need to get the lugs from under my seat wheels, so bear with me. Also, I figured a way to get out of here that's actually working pretty well. Actually, before we do that, maybe... Thanks for the stream, Vax. Have a great day. Well, thank you, and thank you for coming. It was super cool. I have to shower. Oh no. When I have to shower after a flight, you know you have been working. We'll just go and review the flight. Let's. Alright. Alright. That's a lot of touchdowns. Good stuff. Hey, I have a friend request here. Or I accept it. If anyone wants to send a friend request somewhere, please go ahead. I remember someone sent a friend request on Flight Sim recently and I forgot to accept it and now it's gone and I'm so sorry. Please do that again. We had a ton of landings here. I won't even dare to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We had only one here? Yeah, I think so. 22, 23. And 24. 25, 26, 27. I think we had 27 landings today. Or touchdowns. They weren't full landings. Yeah. Also remember that the Volanta landing rate, it's sampled a bit different and it's vertical speed, not just... It's not perpendicular to the runway. So if you have sloped runway, you can have positive landing rate in Volanta. And the bots that I'm using in the sim, they're always parallel to the runway, so you cannot go below 0. I played pickleball. Good workout, but not great for dinner. I'm not sure what pickleball is. I know what pickles are. I don't know. Alright, let me get out of here, get slugs out, and I'll play for you. Oh, sorry, that's dummy. Thank you. I was saying I was getting those things from under my chair wheels. I 3D printed it. I just put it under, and it locks my seat into place. There's 5 of them, so I had to get down and get them from their bases here. So let's play. Hang on, my TV wants to turn off. I need to tell it we're not done yet. We're good to go. Mind Anchor here. Love you. We'll see you again, Mikwa. Bye bye. Oh, the guitar is muted. No, now it'll work. Right, let's end it here. Cool. Super nice playing today. Let me see who's up, who we can actually write. We have Jesus streaming again? Am I crazy?
From Costa Rica.
He's back, so we'll go and raid him. Their whole gang is there. That's cool. He raided me earlier, now we can go and raid him. That's good stuff. Right, we'll go then. There then.
I will send you to Jesus.
That's what we'll do. That zombie is killing it. Right, I need to make sure I can hear him, so bear with me for just a moment longer. And let's start the raid. Oh, he was running for the ram. Amazing. Right, thank you for the flying. It's been real nice. I did enjoy the flying. It was a good practice. I thought we'll just hang around. It turned out into a pretty good practice. I see I need to be doing this more because it's still not perfect. We need to be better. Next stream will be Thursday, 70 Zulu, as usual. I'll see you there. Thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for playing along. That zombie, that's very nice. You flying behind me all the time. So I'll go to dancing, and then we'll go there. Right. Thank you for coming again. Thank you. It's been so nice. Let's go, right, Jesus. Bye bye. Bye then.